I do need to throw some caution in the wind about social media. So what I'm
Mm,
seeing is
fake news, huh?
there's a lot of misleading info on there. So what sort of freaked me out a little bit was when everything was happening and it was the day everything had occurred and all the invasion had been set to happen. You're seeing all these old clips resurface of old wars that people are putting out saying this is happening now in Ukraine. And people just see it and retweet it and like it and share it. And it's just,
That's
it goes
viral.
viral really quick.
Mm.
And you're sitting there thinking, I saw a bunch of stuff and I was like, I don't know if this is real. And I don't know if this is from now or if this is from previous times. It got
Yeah.
so bad that the BBC had to come out and show people an article saying, if you see these clips, these are fake. These aren't
Mm.
necessarily not real,
B-roll.
but they happened at previous wars. Please be
Mm.
aware that this is not true. And now every time I look at something on social media now that I see as a part of it, that's video footage, I question it straight away. I'm like, I can't verify if this is true or real.
No, look, that's important because look, there is obviously propaganda at play as well.
No, but that's
Many
not
people.
propaganda. That's just some person sitting there saying, "I want a bit of traction today. Let me just pull up this old thing and say, look what's happening in Ukraine," and then bam. But it takes a pretty sick individual to sit there and think, "Let me just spread a bunch of misinformation on bombs being dropped," when that's actually happening or could happen in the coming days of a war. That's what freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, true. But I guess if you're trying to make Russia look bad, it probably does that anyway. Whether it's true or not true, bad things are happening.
Yeah, but I
I
don't
agree.
think that they
I
did
agree.
it for
I
the
agree with your point. I don't know what their intention is. Yeah, if they're doing, obviously,
yeah.
they're doing it because they want
It's
to be
the
famous.
intention. I
Fine.
don't think the intention is let's make Russia look bad. It's
Uh,
I just want a bit of traction today. Give me a
mm,
dopamine hit. Let's go. Right?
mm. That's why the news now. I didn't understand why they're doing it until you just made this point. But the news when they show clips now saying these have been verified or these haven't been verified,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
They
that's
they
that's
have to verify them.
verified. Yeah, yeah. So which is yeah, you're right. That's important. And the guy, this Ukrainian person was again saying that not the Ukrainian person, the UN person, when they were talking about the humanitarian side of things and how many people have been displaced, how many people have died, like he said, like there's so many numbers being thrown around. This many soldiers died. This many people have died. This happened. This happened. And she said, well, we don't commit to numbers as quickly because we want to speak to people on the ground and speak to people who know. So we've got an accurate list rather than these kind of speculated lists or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but both sides are saying, like the Russian media, whatever we see in the news, is saying it's very successful. They're laying
Yeah,
down
I've
their
heard about this.
arms.
They're just putting out mad propaganda saying, yeah, it's going well. And people in
Man,
Russia are
the
lapping it up. And Twitter have confirmed that they're restricted in terms of visibility in Russia now. So essentially, they're turning into North Korea a little bit.
Germany,
It's
man.
really
Like so,
similar with the tactics they're
well,
deploying of disillusion and propaganda.
yeah, you can compare to North Korea, but I compare more to Germany, man. Like that's the comparison being made now. And when Hitler came into power, there was the guy. I think yeah, it was the Ukrainian ambassador gave the address. I don't know if it was yesterday or today, and he said the propaganda is like Joseph Goebbels. He just, the guy who's infamous, obviously, in Hitler's camp in the Second World War, Joseph Goebbels, the Minister of Propaganda. He just said this is like for like, and then obviously he compared Putin to Hitler and the Second World War, and history is repeating itself. And what was really interesting is he had this screenshot printed off of WhatsApp messages between a Russian soldier
Yeah.
and his mother just before he died. And obviously, good. Obviously, you got to check the validity of that and verify it. But if it's true, it basically said that he said, "Mom, we've been sent to Ukraine, and we were told that they would lay down their arms, and
Yeah.
they'd be
Yeah.
happy to see us, and they aren't happy to see us, and we were told we were here to get rid of Nazis, and that's not the case, and da da da." And then yeah, he was killed.
There has been a bit
That
of stir of people saying there are some Russian military camps that have just upped and left and just left all their shit behind.
deserted.
But I
Mm,
don't know if that's real or not. I've just seen it. So I could be spreading misinformation for all I know. But yeah,
yeah,
if that's a possibility, it shows that people are potentially growing with conscience.